Hello everyone. Today, inshallah, we will discuss ecology. These are terms that we're gonna discuss: population, community, ecosystem, biotic factors, abiotic factors, biosphere, and niche. First of all, we have specific properties for a population. The first property is the size of the population. What's the meaning of size? It means what? The total number of individuals in a population. Okay, it means the number of individuals that are found in this population. Okay, the second property is the density. It means the number of individuals per unit area or volume. Okay, and for example, if you have like 100 human or any kind of organisms that are found in for example in 1 kilometer squares. Okay, this is the density of the population. The third one is the dispersion. Dispersion means how individuals are spreading in their population, okay, in their area. هلا we have three types of dispersion. First of all, we have random. Okay, now random what? Random means that they are having no specific spaces, okay, or they are just found randomly in the population. Uniform means that you have what? You have a specific density between one organism and the other one. Clumped means that you have what? You have all the population are spreading in the same area, okay? They are clumping in the same area. Okay, so these are types of dispersion. Of course, when they are random, it means that they can find food and water everywhere, so they don't have to worry where they are. Okay, so they spread randomly. And the uniform, like when you make trees, okay, olive trees, for example, you have to have what? Specific distance between each tree and the other one. Why? To make sure that every tree will get what? Will get the same amount of water. They won't compete on water sources. When they are clumped, it means that they have only one source of food or water, and they are clumping on it. Okay, they don't have other sources in the place. That's why they are clumping in this area. Okay, the population growth. Um, if all conditions are good in this environment, okay, so the population will grow with time. تمام. it will reach something we call it biotic potential, which is the maximum number of individuals that could live in this environment without any problems, okay, under ideal conditions. And if everything is fine, there are no parasites, the food is found, water is found, okay, no problem with them, so they will grow to reach what? The biotic potential. We have biotic factors that are the biotic factors. They are influenced by several factors, okay. We have the age at which reproduction begins. For example, مثلا rabbits, they can start to reproduce at the age of 1 year, okay, for example. the lifespan, which is the area, okay, or sorry, the range of age that the rabbits can reproduce through it, okay. Also the number of reproductive periods in the lifetime. What does it mean? It means, for example, the rabbit can reproduce, for example, four times, okay. the number of offspring that organism is capable of having at one time. It means, for example, the rabbit can produce four offspring. For example, the elephant can produce only one offspring, okay. So this will influence the biotic factors. The carrying capacity is the maximum number of the individuals that the environment can support. And for example, 1,000 rabbits can found in this farm. If they reach 2,000, it will be hard for the environment to handle them, to feed them, and there will problems. They will start to compete on food sources and etc. The factors that cause the population crash. Okay. هلا as the population grow, okay, it could reach what the carrying capacity for the environment. Once they exceed this carrying capacity, the population will start to crash. Okay. Why would the population crash? There are several factors. We have predation, we have parasitism, we have competition, severe competition on food sources or water or whatever, and end of resources for the food or water. Too much water that poisons the environment. Okay, so these are the factors that could cause the population to crash. The exponential growth means population increases dramatically over time. And as you see in this graph, okay, it shows you what? It shows you that the population is growing with time. Okay, because this when happens, it happens when everything is fine, there are no problems, no predation, no parasitism, okay, no factors that cause this population to decrease. Okay, so it will increase with the time. We have two types of reproductive strategies. We have the R strategy and K strategy. Okay, about the R strategy, the population is rapidly growing, okay, with the time, like insects. Okay, now the insects, they can reproduce rapidly, they can mature rapidly also. Okay, so they don't have problem to grow with the time if they don't have predation or parasitism or whatever that could affect this population growth. Another strategy is the cage strategy. It means that the population could grow till it reaches the carrying capacity of the population. It's like mammals. Okay, mammals, they can reproduce for in a certain range of their life, okay, lifetime or lifespan. So they are occupying the case strategies. Because offspring, they need intensive parenting, they need to grow to mature, okay, they need time to grow and mature. So this is called what? K strategies. Type. What are the limiting factors of the population? We have density dependent factors and density independent factors. Now, the density dependent factors, they affect the population directly, like competition for food, build up of wastes, predation, and diseases. Okay, these are affecting the population directly. But we have density independent factors that they don't affect the population directly. Okay, they are affecting the whole environment, like earthquakes, storms, naturally occurring fires, and floods. Okay, now we have community structures and population interaction. We have, first of all, we have competition. Okay, when two species that are found in the same population, they are fighting on, for example, on a food source or whatever. Okay, this is competition. We have competitive exclusion principle. This principle states that two species can't coexist in a community if they share a niche, that is, if they compete for the same resources. It means, for example, like when you grow two olive trees in the same area, okay, in the same point, okay, they will compete on water sources. One of them will reach these food sources, water sources, and the other one won't reach them. So this is the competitive exclusion. We have predation, feeding, mutualism, commensalism, and parasitism. Okay, these are community interaction between um, organisms or species, between the same species or different species that they are founding in the same area. طيب هلا the food chain is what? It's the pathway along which energy is transferred from one trophic level to another. هلا usually the food chain starts with plants, okay, because they are what? It starts with the plants because they are offering the energy for um, uh, they have the ability to fix energy from the sun. Okay, then we have what? We have these are producers. Okay, we have consumers. And we have different types of consumers. We have primary consumer, secondary consumer, tertiary consumer, and the quaternary consumer. And of course, we are having decomposers that they feed on dead organic matters to keep this circle of life running. Okay. Okay, let's move to the next slide. Okay, this is a food web. And as you're seeing here, the food web is consisting of more than one food chain, okay? And it shows the relationship between different organisms in the community. This is the food pyramid, which shows the amount of energy that is moving from one trophic level to another. Okay, of course, in the primary producers, we have the most energy. Okay, because they are producing energy for other organisms that are found in this community. Then we have primary consumers and secondary consumers. Now, the amount of energy is less in each level. Okay, it's decreasing in each level by 10%. Why? Where does these 10% goes? They go in they are used by organisms in each trophic level. Yani plants, they are using 10% of the energy that they are producing in growing and repairing themselves and reproducing and etc. And each trophic level doing the same. Okay. The producers, as we said, they are converting like energy to chemical energy, and they are making the greatest biomass of any trophic level. They include green plants, diatoms, and phytoplanktons that they are living in aquatic environments. Okay, we have primary consumers that they are feeding directly on plants, on producers. They are called herbivores because they are eating only plants, like grasshopper, like zooplankton. We have secondary consumers that they are feeding on the primary consumers. They are carnivores, like frogs, small fish. Okay, and we have tertiary consumers. They feed on secondary consumers. Also, they are carnivores because they are feeding on other animals, and they are the top of food chain mostly, but sometimes we have quaternary consumers also. They are the less in of biomass. Okay. Like hoot and larger fish. طيب هلا productivity is the rate at which organic matter is created by producers. We have this term gross primary productivity. It's the amount of energy that's converted to chemical energy by photosynthesis per unit time in an ecosystem. Okay, it's the amount of energy that's taken from the sun. Okay, it's uh, the heat that plants took from the sun, the energy, the solar energy that is took from the sun and converted to chemical energy in plants. The net primary productivity is the gross primary productivity, which is the solar energy that is converted into chemical energy, minus the energy that is used by the primary productivity. Okay, the amount of energy that is used by plants minus the energy that is used by the primary production for respiration. Okay, the amount of energy that is used by plants. This is the biological magnification. Organisms occupying higher trophic levels that have greater concentration of accumulated toxins stored in their bodies than those of lower trophic levels. For example, the plankton, they have less biological magnification than fish, than hook مثلا, because while they are consuming, the amount of toxins that are stored of their body is what is more than producers, for example. Okay. We have decomposers. As we said, they are feeding on dead organic matter like bacteria and fungi. That's it for today lesson. Inshallah, I will send you the homework. Please, if you have any questions, contact me. See you soon. Bye.